Thousands of horses across England and Wales are looking for new homes after being left for dead, and the West Midlands is one of the top 10 places in the country for calls to the RSPCA about abandonments.
It's a major crisis. We're right in the middle of it now. So there's loads of abandonments, and in the West Midlands alone, we had calls, the RSPCA had calls last year, 1,500 calls of concern about abandoned horses. And obviously what goes along with that is that they're left to suffer or die. And of course they're full of worms, internal parasites, they're not getting looked after, they're not getting fed. And so, they're left to suffer and die. It's a massive, massive problem. There's no value or little value now in horses of that type. So you can literally pick a horse up now for £5 at a market. And so people can't afford to keep them, and therefore rising costs as well. They've still got to give them hay and food and everything else that goes with looking after a horse, and they can't afford to do it, so they just leave them. So it is a massive crisis. And very often we'll have horses that are severely emaciated, and just purely through not being fed. And then they could be on the point of collapse and very weak.
Gonzel Farm currently houses 50 horses, but they are desperately looking for homes for them in order to make room for more neglected and abandoned horses.
We have got 4 open days all over Easter, so we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday from the 3rd to the 6th of April, and we're opening from 11 till 3, so people can just come along and have a look at the horses. So little Polo, she was found in an abandoned cannabis factory with 6 stallions and a colt, and of course she's a filly, so having 6 stallions anyway, they're going to be fighting. So she was very bullied. She was only a year old, and she was in quite a bad state of neglect. So she was mentally, she was really traumatised as well, because she didn't know her place at all, with these 6 stallions and bullying her. She's now 3. She's a really good girl. She's looking for a home. She's very, very sweet. So we are all licensed for a certain amount of horses, and we're always full to capacity. So if we don't have room for them at the centres, then they go into outside boarding, so people have them look after them for us, but of course the RSPCA have to pay for that. So as soon as we have space, the next horses come in. So we constantly have a turnover of horses in and out.
Following the new Control of Horses Act, which came into law on the 26th of March this year, the RSPCA are hoping to see a difference.
It will give landowners the right to be able to gift the horse. So if somebody dumps horses on their land or abandons them on their land, they will now have the power to gift the horse or rehome the horse themselves. So we're really hoping that that's going to help a lot.
But in the meantime, many horses like Polo are still waiting to find their new home. Lois Sunnerton for the Midland in Darrington.